Dreams of the glistening Olympic Games decimated by COVID-19. The postponed 2020 Tokyo Olympics continue to face swirling uncertainty a year later, and as news headlines have made clear, these games will be far from normal. Here at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in London, the capital city hosted the 2012 Olympic Games 9 years ago and invited 204 countries, 11,000 athletes and 800,000 international visitors who spent a collective total of £1 billion. However, the same cannot be said for Tokyo. The concerned Japanese population have expressed mounting fear and criticism toward the Games, believing the event to be an unnecessary and dangerous risk during an international pandemic. Whilst fans' reactions of Olympic postponement has been clear amongst media headlines, what has the effect been like on the athletes themselves? Team GB karate hopeful Joe Kellaway is one of many athletes impacted by the pandemic. While his accomplishments speak for themselves, lack of karate support in the upcoming Paris and LA Games means that Tokyo 2021 is his last chance saloon, one opportunity to achieve his Olympic dream. I asked Joe how he feels the postponed 2020 Games have affected his performance and training after his return from the Paris qualifiers.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult when everything was getting postponed. Obviously, some countries were ahead of others to get back into training quicker. It was difficult because I was in a flow. I was doing very well leading up to the last year's qualifiers. Obviously, everything was on pause for a year, and we was just lucky enough to continue our training for our preparation leading up to this big tournament. The only thing that I could say was hard to get was competitions before. So we had to use training partners, obviously, to use for sparring and mat time. So it was hard to get them international competitions that we possibly could have needed.
The British Olympic Committee are sure they are doing everything they can to keep their athletes and the public safe. But with the latest news, some athletes are refusing vaccination. Is cross-contamination inevitable?
I think, I'd be a little naive if I said there weren't going to be. I think we've got to plan that there will be cases.
With countless unanswered questions about how these games will look and feel, has COVID changed the modern Olympic Games forever? Joe Kerrigan, Sports Gazette.